Hello, and welcome to another stream of coding. Yes, and today we are going to have a really nice coding session. We're trying to find the last error that is keeping us from using a custom brush and Unity editor, which is supposed to make our work way faster than it was before. And we still have one bug left. This is a safety copy of the project. Last time we worked on 118. This time it is 119. It's a safety copy. Why it is so? Because there's a high chance that we will mess up with our brushes here, and we will have to find a solution for our problem. What's the problem? If I drag in anything into these input fields here, here's a drag in object field. So let's drag in something. Do that. Brush. You see that they are 9 now, because there are 9 objects now, and it automatically fills up the cells. And yeah, this is how this is supposed to work. And now we can play, stop playing, and it will have forgotten that it has 9 cells. Now it's 8 again. You see, this is 8. It was 9. If I drag something in here, now it says 9. Open this. Now press play. Stop playing immediately. It will say 9 again. Why? I don't know. But what happened before is what I know. And this is 9 again. What happened? So in the first case, I drag something in here. It is not saved that these are 10 now. I play. Unity forgets that the object is in there. I stop, and it's 9 because it forgot the 10th element. If I click this field, I don't do this now because I will now keep testing. If I click this field, it will not forget the value. And I don't know why. I haven't found the line where this is, but we know exactly why it is forgetting. We haven't seen why it is sometimes not forgetting. So we can first try give it another try to find why it is forgetting. Let's start. So this is a correspondent script, and as you see, there's a lot of methods here. Oh, no, this is not the script that we are looking for. I'm sorry. I'm also a little bit sick today. Still, it will get better over time. So this is inheriting from the random object brush. This has basically all the functions, and we are inheriting these functions to all of our brushes. However, this does not hold all the methods that we have to look for. The brush itself, we have looked into it. This is the brush class. It inherits from grid brush base. From its logic, it only has these fields, the cells, and has the logic that handles how they are set up and how to save them. Now this does look like this is where we should look, but this is not an editor class. So the higher chance is to look in the random game object editor here. This is what does the grid layout in the inspector, and this has all the editor functions that are responsive for the the layout. Now, first let's look into the methods again. We have this on-paint scene GUI. Callback for painting the GUI for the grid brush in the scene view. The game object brush editor overrides this to draw the preview of the brush when drawing lines. And this is the callback for painting the inspector GUI for the game object brush in the tile map palette. The game object brush editor overrides this to show the usage of this brush. Targets that the game object brush can paint. This will tell us if we can paint into a field of the grid. This the the description here reads like this is for painting inside of the inspector. Like, I'm not sure if they mean for painting inside of here. Let's put this to edit. We can paint inside of here, but then it will be bugged. And the brushes seem to be bugged. That's weird. I think because their shader is not supposed to work inside of here. Yeah, that could be actually be a thing. Can we paint this with the default brush? No. No, we can't. No, doesn't work. Okay, so I can only paint this because this will spawn in a game object. This will not work with the default brush. Console didn't say anything though. Oh. We also know that this is called constantly, and I'm not sure why. This seems okay. This seems to be this is paint on the GUI. Paint on the inspector. Okay, so I think this is not going to do anything. What does this method do? So we tried to update this object here and it doesn't do anything Because it only updates itself, but not the brush. Let's see what happens if we say repaint all. It shouldn't do anything. This is going to update the UI, just great. Let's look into the hidden grid, what it does. Hidden grid. What does this do? Going object for painting onto the scene root. Okay, that's also not what we're looking for. So I'm going in circles. Let's see what grid brush base holds for us. Go to implementation. Want to see grid brush base, please. Where is this from? Okay, let's look into its API. And okay, it doesn't provide a lot. Hints to prefabs in checkerboard pattern. Base class for authoring data on a grid with grid painting tools like paint, erase pick, select and fill. Inheriting this class of creating brush instances from your inherited class, you can create custom brushes which react to high-level grid events like paint, erase, pick, select, and fill. I got the feeling that this is not it. At least I don't see anything here that would explain why it has to, why it's not saving. Nothing in here that I can see has to do anything with saving. So I don't think this is helping us now, unfortunately. So let's go again into the editor functions. Clear scene cell. Wash cell. Serializable. It doesn't hold a lot of information. So I think we were working on the right part here yesterday when we tried to find the solution inside of this. So the hidden grid fold out. I don't get it. Starts a new code block. So this here is a block. Ah. Returns true if joy changed since the cowl to later begin changing that was false. Let's see. If it's return, let's see. If this debug log change detected. Otherwise, this is a code block. Okay, also something that I did not read yesterday. Does this help us? No. This won't change anything. So we see it does not say change detected because we didn't change anything. Let's drag in a game object and see if it will say true. It's not. So if I press play and stop, it will forget that we did put in something in the cell. Yeah. So it doesn't detect the change. Let's see. What does this check scope? Let's see. Can we maybe make sure that it detects a change? So let's look for this. Begin and check change and see if it says something about how we assign anything to it. So this is, it says it's limited to a specific set of controls. Okay. So this, as we can see, it doesn't detect any change. Let's use the less efficient value. Oh, changed is not in here anymore. Ah, GUI changed. Unfortunately, this is not describing very good which specific set of controls it is detecting. I assume that they are like editor, window, get Windows editor stuff, editor label field. On GUI. So this could actually break our neck. Let's see if we now see if something changed. No. Doesn't detect the change. Interestingly. Let's see what happens if we click anything here. Then both of them will detect the change. can we, without understanding why, just trigger this event to see if the bug is related to the change check event? Because that could mean that we could maybe just trigger the events that are happening when this change check event is happening, which also will save our properties. Begin property could be interesting. Action key. I want to know what the indent level is. An inner flex field look sounds really interesting. Unfortunately, we don't have time for that. I need to turn down my light a little bit. Hurting my eyes. Just lower the intensity to its lowest value, because it's a little bit too bright. I still think it's great. Just have one of these likes. Torfen7. Thank you for joining the stream and following. What's up, my friend?
Good evening, finally found your stream.
Finally found your stream? How can you not find it? It's right there. You can just click it in Discord, I think. Hi there. Yeah, and Torfen, what I'm working on right now. Wait a moment, I have to read this to the end. This is an API. This is how you read the functions of Unity. These are actually functions of Unity that are provided. If you want to change anything in Unity, the editor, you can read through this and make your own sliders and buttons and nice things. Oh, this object field looks interesting. So the problem I have here is this. I have this field, and in this field, if I drag in a brush, so this is made so I can just paint here on this time map. See, now I can paint. It randomly picks anything out of these brushes. So most of the brushes here do have random objects here, and this is how I can paint really fast. You see how fast you can paint with this. You can also say, hey, just one here. You can just go ahead and go wild with this. It's a very powerful tool, and I custom made it. And now I have the following problem. If I drag in anything into this field here, you see, now it's in there. But if I press play and pause the game, now this says 2 here. See? It updated itself. It works. Until I press play. And now it says 1. It has forgotten what I have dragged in there. However, now it gets wild. I drag this in here. Open this field. Now you see this detects that I changed something. I press play. Stops the game again. They're still in there. And then I drag something in again. This time I don't do anything. Now it will forgot what I have dragged in there. You see how disgusting this is? This is just disgusting. It's really hard to work with this. Yeah? Now you see it's 11 elements again. It was 21 before. It just forgot what I did. And I'm desperately trying to fix this error since maybe 4 hours. I think yesterday I had 2 hours only dedicated to this bug, and I tried to fix it before. I think now with today it's maybe 3 hours. Yeah, 4 hours is a little bit of an overestimate. So I'm desperately reading through the whole Unity engine stuff and try how is it not just detecting this. Oh boy, that's a lot to go through. The joy of looking for bugs. Yay! I'm into biology. I love bugs. Yay! Bugs. It's not torture. It's a surprise. It's not a bug. It's a feature. You never know what happens. Yay! This is like programming. Why we programmers, we don't want to make games and stuff and programs that work. We just have fun with bugs. That's why we want to program. It's not torture. This is the way is the destiny. We like torture or something. Just trying to justify that I'm doing this to myself. And now I'm trying to read what they mean with begin property. Label, editor, try, begin property. I have no idea why this happens. So the one other thing is I use a framework provided by Unity, but this only uses serialized fields. It doesn't use serialized property. Can I serialize reference? think that instructs Unity to serialize a reference instead of a value. Force Unity to serialize a private field. Is this maybe going to change anything? Now I'm just trying out random things to see what they do. It's usually faster than reading the documentation. There's not much reason behind it. But I know that it has something with, to do with the serialized attribute. So it's like sniffing into the right direction. You just don't know what's going to happen. So this didn't detect a change, so I assume this is not going to fix our problem here. It didn't. It also did forget what we're doing. So rinse and repeat. This is about what I will do for the next 10 hours. So I also know exactly what the problem is. I know that Unity needs to mark these fields and save the value with custom functions, but I don't know how to implement them. That's the only thing that I need to learn, and I don't know how to do this. This is why I'm just trying to read through the API and trying to understand what everything is for. So the indent, for example, this is just different things for the UI. That's not interesting. Then we have an object field, which seems to be maybe more interesting. Let's just make it an object field for once. It's used here. Okay. Now, I hope it doesn't look that long. It doesn't take that long. Yeah. But actually, I don't have any hope. To be honest. Because there's no point in hoping. I just have to accept my fate here. So this is for an editor window. I think so. This is an editor window. I don't think this is editor window. This is grid brush editor base. What was this again? Oh, it's abstract, I think. Let's look up this class. Well, you're about to learn something new. So great, I guess. Yes, learning. I actually want to fix something, but I actually learned something. So all brush editors must inherit this class. Provides a fixed set of APRs, drawing inspectors on the palette window and drawing gizmos on the scene view. So there's also a description for each of the virtual void methods, which we will override. This returns a list of game objects which are valid targets to be painted on the brush. Okay, we don't. So on paint inspector GUI is not what we ever want to use. This displays an inspector for editing brush options in the palette. Use this to update brush functionality while editing in the scene view, an interactive view into the world you are creating. Now this seems like this is the on selection inspector GUI. Looks like the method that we want to look into. Also looks kind of although it looks kind of painful. You know, it's not pain at all. No pain at all. Yeah, the real pain is just that I'm this close. It feels this close, and then you try out things and find more bugs, and then you realize that the thing that you wanted to check and do is still days away, and you thought you can do this in 5 minutes. So the last function here on paint scene GUI, this displays an inspector for when cells are selected on target grid. This is also not what we want to look into. Wait. Oh. This text describes this method. Oh no. That's so stupid. So this is the method that we want to look in. On paint inspector GUI. On paint inspector. On paint inspector GUI. Okay, so yeah, we're looking into the right method the whole time. And this here, this is not helping us. So we detect the change, but only if we click anything. And the weirdest thing about it is this here detects a change. So we detect a change, but the editor doesn't. So it would be nice if you just could tell the editor, hey, editor, we changed something. Please update. Save. Come on. Let me try something out. What if I drag something in here and just click into the inspector? Nothing's happening. Okay. So it doesn't detect anything. I click a plus. Then it's then it's detecting. I got a hack. No, it won't work. Just thought maybe I can just select a field and deselect it with a function, but we already do things inside of these functions. That should call this end-chain check. And I'm through with all of the methods. Great. We have found nothing. Nothing. Okay. Here we go again. Starting from the start again. So now we do the serialized object. Oof, pain. If we make the brush into a serialized object, we don't know if it will do anything. And additionally to that, it will break all our functions that have brush inside. And I don't have any idea how to use them. Then we have to hardcode everything of the game object brush to just say find my property. Okay. This doesn't even tell me if this doesn't even make sure that it will update. So it's only one way to find out though. Serialized object. And then everything that and now everything that is done with the brush is broken. And this would be very, very painful recoding here. We want to make this work. This would take me the whole day. I don't think this is made for the case that we have. So let's maybe go on and just try to do this another way. Okay. We make this into a private field again. I think we need to make this public because we access it. Later. I got another idea. What if we do this bit after the check? Should still be called, so that isn't the problem. But maybe it didn't detect the check because we did it inside of the block. So it would maybe not detect the check if we... Because we were doing this while it was checking. No, it didn't call change detected. Or did it? No. No, nothing is called here. And if I press play and stop again, it will forget again that we have put something inside of there. That's correct. So this didn't do anything. It's irrelevant where we do this. Let's Google the problem. Okay, we can record the object, which might be a good idea. Undo. Record object. Brush. Can we do this? Why not? Okay. Change. Drag in objects. Does not seem to do anything. No. Could we reverse that? No. Did it for... Because we have to do this at the right time. We have to do this between those two checks. And the chances are very, very slim. I think this has a 10% chance to fix our problem. And 10% is not a lot. No, this won't work. No. Let's put this again between those two checks. So this is how it's supposed to be. According to the API, this is how we should do it. So let's make another check again, and then keep testing. So the console did not display anything. Oh, it also did forget. So let's see what his fix is. Target. Setter, no setter. Get is a target. So every time we get this wash, we already get the target. So this doesn't change anything that we did here. So how does he do this? Okay, let's record objects brush dot track infield. Is this possible? Yes, it is. Can cause a one-time exception. Ah, we don't care. We just want to test. Hopefully this will not create a one-time exception, but that would never happen to us. This looks very complicated. I'm in lurk now. Lurk mode now. Guild wars and stuff. Good luck finding the main little buggy boy. Thank you. You should also enable the speech chat again, which reads the chat, because I'm always missing when somebody is typing. Now, normally, if I have a conversation, it's fast. I turn it off. But if it's one message per 5 minutes, I always overlook the messages in the chat. So we actually even recorded the complete field that we were working with, and it didn't do anything. Can also do this within the brush. Let's just try to do this within the brush. See what happens then. Well, we cannot record the cells. It shouldn't matter too much. I know. Let's Google again. Add element to array. Come on, editor. No, not now. To array. Okay. The editor is popping up. Okay. We still don't have any text. We might have to go even deeper. Can I just say changed? No. But I can say set this to true. Okay. Interesting. This might be a good hack. It's not intended. Or is it? Because it's not read only, it's read and write. So they might want us to do this. Now it says it has detected a change. But will this actually apply our values or not? Yes! We did it! It's gone! The error is gone! And again, every help from the internet did not help fix this bug. This was completely different from the approaches that were found by Google. Google did not give me any hint. That I understood this. I'm not sure what he's even talking about. But whatever. Let's read the console. Both of these say change detected. So we can now say we can put this inside of here. But do I want to? No, I only want to do this if this is happening. So this... Yeah, I don't want to do anything here, to be honest. So we fixed it. Now let's see what we can comment out and what not. So there's a lot of things going on here that we are just to try to get rid of this error and don't do anything at all. Or are not supposed to do anything at all. So now it's just clean up the code and ready to go. Clear. Still works. Play. And it's still there. Are the fields correct? Yes. Are the elements correct? They're set up. Yes. Can I draw with this? Yes. Yes! If I put this to 0, cells will always reset. Okay, now let's do what we actually wanted to do and set up these brushes and see if we can draw with this. And after this, I will do a short break because my tea, I don't have any tea more in this can. I need new tea. Okay, brown rock, dark rock. Here you go. Drag them inside. Bushes and rocks. Okay, a good gray rock for that. Not really. Put in 10 brown rocks. Only the most beautiful ones. I think this one could also be found in nature. Oh, we have to reset this. Oh, we already dragged in a good collection of rocks. So no need to do this twice. Then gray rocks, brown rocks. You already have brown rocks here. Now let's go for gray rocks. Gray rocks and dark rocks. Vegetation, bushes, and what was the third one? And rocks. Okay, let's put this to the 0. I think we were testing with this, and put in all the bushes. Let's not select all the bushes. And only that get in the normal ones. Vegetation and brown rocks. Well, let's put in like these 4. Maybe let's go for the dirty ones. The grayish ones. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, 6. It's okay. It's in there. Now if we draw with this, we have really some randomness in the landscape, and you wouldn't be able how I pick anything random. Normally users would think, okay, he's stringing this game object and this game object, this game object, and this one. The normal developers would think that I have a brush for these ones, and for these ones, and then artistically do this. Only I know that this is all from the same brush. That's great. And vegetation, bushes, and tree. So let's put in a lot of vegetation. So set this to 0. Bushes. And trees. Now what if I wanted to do this, but it should be beautiful? I can already do this because my frame rate is low. Yeah? Just draw a landscape. Whee! Nobody can tell that this is just one brush, then one brush. It's beautiful. Ah, look at that. But I want to add one more option here. What if I do this? But for example, I would only want to draw in every second field. Let's put in a chance so that it doesn't draw in every field. Because now there's a lot of objects, yes, but look at how cramped the forest is. So let's create a new field. We can crank this down even more. Now this time it will actually not be that difficult because it's an easy change. So where can we put this in? Let's put this in last. So the tooltip, private bool, drag mode. No. What would we call the mode? If you just want to go through the scene and you just want to draw one line and be finished, and go to the next line, click, and be finished, and the next line, click, be finished, click, be finished, click, be finished. How would you call this? constant drawing mode. And then this mode would just enable 2 more properties that would then say randomly draw in every cell, and the second one would be always have 1 or 2 spaces between each field. Because, for example, for the trees, you don't want to drag in there and have randomly 2 trees right next to each other. They're not going to look good. It looks like they are inside of each other. We don't want this. War. Oh. War. West War. Let's just West War. Click press draw. Mode. Which is a really interesting name. I want this to be here. And I want this to have the tooltip. Enables use this when you want random fields be randomness for draw chance and base, and only draw after defined distance between cells after in certain cells. So this would also we already have this kind of randomness when we drag in null objects, but that's not actually a nice thing to do. So it's also nice, really easy to program. So we have two more float fields, private float with private float the first one would be empty cells after draw, which is an integer, and this next one would be pick chance So we just want more randomness inside of our tool, and then we will be done. So I also want this to have a range. Range from 0 to 1. This is how we do this? Come on, tell me how to do this. Okay, this is how we do this. Now, because it's a chance, and we want the chance to be only between 0 and 1. 1 would be always pick draw in each cell, and 0.5 would be a 50% chance to draw. And now you say, hey, you debugged so much, you do so much stuff, and you said you just want to draw, but why don't you stop right now? Because it's really easy to implement. If you're wondering why I'm still working on this, because this will be done in, I guess, half an hour at maximum if anything goes wrong, and actually I think it will be done in 10 minutes. So set scene cell is where we draw. So we can just say, make a check here, if what's this, then return. Yeah? No. So float RNG is going to be random dot range between 0 and 1. If RNG is higher than our pick chance, we don't want to draw anything. So we already did the first thing. And the second thing is we actually need to count how when we did draw last time. That means we need to memorize this. And this is going to be a private integer. Let's maybe put this down here. And also I don't know if we have to make this a serialized field, but let's just make it the serialized field. Private int. No, it's not serialized because we don't assign this from outside. Last cell draw. Cell drawn counter. Okay, we don't need to hide this in the inspector. A counter to count when count how many cells we attempted to draw in. And then we go back to where we tried to find these values. That was somewhere. Where do we draw? I think it's here. Here. So, if we're in this mode, we want to, in the end, increase this counter. And we want to, if this counter is higher than the, what did we call this? Drag something, cell drawn counter. No, click empty cells after draw. Oh, if the counter is smaller, then we want to return. However, we also want to increase the counter. So else do this. Oh yeah, we don't need the else. Yeah. Now it looks like we do this twice, but we will never do this twice because it will just stop here. But we always we first want to check this, then we want to increase the counter. So if we wouldn't increase the counter, we would never reach the point where this is bigger than this value that the user can set. Now let's say we put this to 0. If we put this to 0, the cell drawn counter will never be smaller than the empty cells after draw. That's correct. However, I have one fear now that this is going to always count up. So we only want to count up in this case. In the other case, we want to set it to 0. It still won't be small to 0. So what is happening if the user says empty cells after draw is 0? Let's make this more descriptive. Draw empty cells after each draw. So this is now very descriptive as a name and tells us what it actually does. Cell draw counter. Cell drawn. Okay, no. It's actually okay. If we put this value to 1, we'll go into, and we have this enabled, it will go into here, this function. This is 0. 0 is smaller than 1. It will increase the counter and do nothing. That's correct. And in then in the next cell, it will go inside. See, now it is 1. 1 is not smaller than 1. 1 is not smaller than 1. Set it to 0 again. Okay. So this, yeah, that's it. This should actually work just fine. Let's see what it does. Actually, I think we should not do this before the random chance. Also, this should be in there first. Let's call this draw chance mode. Yeah. So we just say this is. Did this compile? No, it did not compile yet. Let's do repo and compile. Okay, now we have this draw chance mode. Let's put this with a 0.5 big chance. Okay, a little bit hard to see. Doesn't work. This does not work. Let's put this to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This works. So with this I can... What? But if I just drag drop, it's going to always draw. It might be called per pixel. 1, 2, 3, draw. So what if I do this? Then it works. Okay, now let's look into the let's look into the pick chance. If RNG... Oh, yeah, we have to make these float values. Yeah, it was picking integer values. It was being 0 or 1. And it was also saying exclude 1, so you are always 0. And then you're always smaller than the pick chance. So let's try this again. Put this to 0. And draw. Yes, 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 no, yes, 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 no, yes, no. No. Okay. Looks like if we put this to 1, it's always drawing. If we put this to the 0, never drawing. Okay. There's one error now. Zeroth object not created exception. I want to see what happens if I put this to 0.5 and drag. Then it's always going to draw. And I think I know why. Because it's not drawing per cell. It's drawing per It's drawing per, I don't know. What is this? What is it? It's drawing per pixel. So because it does it per pixel, will always draw at some point. You see, it hasn't drawn yet. Now if I move the mouse, it's going to call it again and again. So do we get the cell? We get a position. What do we do with it? Where is the position used? We need to memorize the grid cell, then this is complete. Oh, don't just need a counter. Private vector 3 last draw position draw cell position sufficient memorize the last cell that we tried to draw in. And then we just need to save this. So if this is is equal with the last draw cell position, return. Else the last draw cell position is going to be last position that we did draw in. And it's going to return this as a vector 3. Is this correct? Okay. Set scene cell. Where is this called? Here. Want to check, see where it previously was checking if the position of the grid was already taken. Here it is called location. Okay, I don't know. Actually, I don't know how they do that. Maybe it's a function provided by the brush, by the custom brush, default brush. Let's have to see where this error is coming from. Grid editor on enable. Object index cannot be null. Also again, okay, we need to we need to find this error next time we compile. Let's see if this now works how we intend to. Dwarfs. Does not draw, but afterwards does not draw. I'm not but then when I moved the mouse it did draw. Does not draw. But then it draws. What? Does not draw. Let's put this to a really low chance. To 0, 1. Okay, it does seem to have an effect, but if I do this really slow, this is definitely not a 0, 1 chance. See, sometimes it does spawn in an object, even though I'm in the same cell. Yeah, this is definitely not a 0, 1 chance. It seems to be, if I once pick this cell, yeah, it has the same position. But then if I select the next cell, sometimes it's going to draw in the last cell. Like this time. So what is happening here? It should actually not be that hard to get. Where we are. So we were working in this code here, trying to find where we do draw this in and where we don't. I think the easiest fix for this, I'm just guessing that it's sometimes in the edge cases going to say now I'm left, right, left, right, left, right. When you're at the edge of two cells, I'm not really sure why. because we never changed the value where we want to draw in. So we didn't do any changes to that. So I think this is an error by brush functions. We try to see which functions there are, but let's then say current and last. Let's save them both. And after that, we also have to see serialized field cannot be put to 0. This has been there. I don't know where this is coming from. So this will always say this. Okay. Okay, I don't know what this error is. Ah, we changed the name. Okay, then let's say this. So let's check if this is not the last drawn position and the current one. Yeah. And then instead of saying last cell position is the new one, last cell position is the current one, and current one is the current one. So this will then memorize the last cell position that we did try to draw in. The current one is the current cell position. This should handle this bug. Now we just have to see why it throws an error, and we're done. If it works. Unfortunately, this bug is yeah, took a little time longer than I expected. As I said, a half an hour. So when did I say that? Did I say this half an hour ago? I hope not. But I think you get why I want to have this function. And now this looks more like, no, this is not a 0-1% chance. No, this is not a 0-1% chance. Why though? Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we need to check what this position actually returns. That would be great. Okay, now let's get going and look what we want to do next. So let's put this to 1, put this to 10. Is this now drawing in every 10th field? No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's weird because if I click into the middle of this, it's actually working. What if I click here at the edge? Also seems to be right. So here, this is what is happening here. So I click this, I go in this field, and then it seems to randomly pick, draw on this field or on this field. So once I go into the next field, the position seems to be different. With each pixel my mouse moves. This is why our method cannot pick it up. Will it work when we draw it like this? Yes. Also with chance. Pick chance 0.1. Kind of. 50%. And that looks like 50%. So if we do it like this, we're perfectly fine. I'd like to do it with the other brush too. Now I think it's more clever to do it like this, to be honest. It's later in practice, but I still want to fix this bug with a normal brush. So, serialized object not created exception. Object at index 0 is null. And it did throw this error when we compiled. Right after we compiled. Is it also thrown when we select a new brush? No. Let's see what this error is supposed to mean. And close all these tabs. No, we can do this later. I don't get it. Just want to check something real fast. Did I create a game object anywhere? Lately? Not really. But is this whole class serializable? I don't know. Did I forget to remove any serialized properties? No. I think this wasn't called yet. So it's also not this as an error. Object. That's a lot inside of here. It did again throw this exception. Serialized object not creatable. Quit editor on enable. Let's disable all of the new fields, but only make them not serialized. And see if the error is not thrown now. It is thrown again. So it doesn't have to do anything with these new fields. Fun. Ah. It would be nice if it would tell us the line that caused that. Or which kind of object it was trying to create. Would be great, that would be nice. Looks like it's inside of the editor here. Object at index 1 is null. I don't know, it might be because we changed something inside this code here, but I don't remember exactly the syntax that we did change, so I'm going to the old project, trying to find the old script on the editor script. Just inside of brushes, random game object brush, and find the old code inside it, insert it. That's exactly the same. Okay. It's Plus, this has to do with something that we do in here. Like the GUI. Does this have to do anything with that? No. Oh, does it? Okay. I'm not really sure. Maybe we should restart the editor. Because I don't see why this would ever happen. Yeah, let's restart the editor. Because this doesn't make sense. So I want to get T, but I also want to get this brush done. And I want to get the brush done first, then I want to get T. And also maybe some milk and honey, just for my voice. It's good for the voice. I'm a little bit sick. It's important. So let's see. Did we change this brush there? See, the editor just opened, and let's see if the error is still thrown or not. Because it was a little bit weird. At least this time it tells us a line. Okay, update hidden grid layout. This is okay. We have to call this method here. See, in the old project we did this inside here. It's really weird because I'm not really sure what this does, and no, it doesn't throw the error it always did when let's just change one line and see if it throws the error again. No. So this error is very inconsistent. I'm not sure what did it. Let's restart the editor again and see if it will throw an error again, or if this line here was just missing, which was not in the original code of the brush though, which I have to say here. So this is and so this is why going into editor function is not that fun. It's making the functions though, which is fun then. Okay. So this grid to local position. Local to world. Converts an interpolated still position and floats to local position space. I think we might never be able to make this work. So I thought this will work with the first two. Do we have the random chance? No. So let's put this to 0.1. Oh, I don't get what's... I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, we can all agree that this is not a 0-1 chance. Definitely not. This is what the 0-1 chance looks like. Yeah? This is 0-1 chance. This is correct. Just working fine. And it's also working just fine when I put this to 1 and say draw into every second cell. Every second cell. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh no. This is every third cell. Draw empty cells after each. Yeah. Actually, the name is very good there. Now it will leave one gap between each cell. You see that? That's good. Now I could say and a chance of 0.5. That will be very hard for the user to see what's happening. But the 0.5 chance just struck here, and we have a hole here. But we also never have two cells next to each other, and there we have it. 1, 2, 3 cells. So it's very random with this. I think this is sufficient. And in this mode, no idea what is happening. We can try to draw real quick. Put this to a real low value, and it will then work. Yeah. But this is not a 0.5 chance. Definitely not. It's 0.5% per pixel. Just not if you draw into one cell. In the first cell it works, but in the second cell it doesn't. Because it seems to randomly sometimes mess up with the cell position. Let's call this this function first. And find its other use. Oh no, this is just inside of the brush. Okay. Not pause. So let's see what else is done here with this position. Nothing. Okay, we once again try to just track this position down. Go to find usages. And we have the position. It was the third parameter, I guess. Go to implementation. Inside of this function, please. Go to declaration. What? Not in the abstract class. In this class. Come on. Go to... I give up. Okay, third one is the position. We give in into the position. Okay, and this basically checks if there's already an object in the cell. And there's an object inside. It's not going to do anything. Good. Now let's go to this usage. The second one was where the position is going in. And here we have a for each. The bounds to box fill data into. Yeah. We clean up this variable which is not used. Okay, and box fill can be used by multiple instances. If you do paint, what will be this bounds? These bounds. New bounds in position min. It's going to be the position minus pivot. And size. Coordinates of the cell to paint data into. So we get the coordinates, put them into a bounds in, and for some reason, when it then goes into box fill, the bounds end will not always be 1, but be bigger, be 2. Yes. And it will have multiple fields inside. What is this M size? This is the brush size, I guess. Find usages. I don't see where M size is ever set to another value than vector 1. Vector int 1. 1, 1, 1. That doesn't make it any better. And what is the pivot? Maybe this pivot is changing. When we rotate, yes, that's okay. When we flip, that's okay. And yeah, only when we flip. So also no changes to the pivot. So the last attempt that I can make is just try to read out the value here and see what we can do with this. So return, no, debug dot log. Let's just debug log all these positions and publish. Publish. We're going to test it. Okay, let's go. For some reason we don't draw now. Oh yeah, because the chance is very low. We see that this is called a lot, so put the chance to 0 and just read the values here. So it has There's two different cells. It seems like the function that we did create is actually working just fine. I press in here. Nothing is happening yet. But now, if I go to the next position, it's constantly being called. And sometimes it seems to think it is in this cell, and sometimes it's in this cell. It's called for both these cells. The good thing is, I think it's always just two cells that it's memorizing. So maybe the logic is wrong. Yeah, this is wrong. It has to be or. Let's now go in again. Okay, now this should work. Let's put the chance to 0.5 and the... Oh no, we have to draw empty cells after cell. This looks like a solid 50% chance. Let's put this to 0.1. Works. It works. It works. It works. It works. We did it. We're done. The most powerful tool in the world. Just look at all the testing that we needed to do this. This is now a 0.1% chance that it draws. You can stop debug logging this. It seems that if you pick a brush, sometimes it's still returning its old cell. I'm not sure why. This is kind of weird. Is it maybe... Let's see what happens if we go up. Or even if you go in circles, it's not bugging out. And it suddenly says, now I have a higher chance. Can make a square. I think we just can't set the size of the pen, but yeah, whatever. Actually, we don't need this toggle. If we put the pictures to 1 and the draw, but then we can just disable this. Oh, whatever. Okay. So now we can get rid of all of these trees that we spawned in here. I think there's even more stuff. Okay. I can get myself a nice little tea and then make the next test. So let me try to find where I did draw all these trees into this time up here. Let's get rid of all of that. Oh, there's more stuff. Okay. And then some kind of timer. Where do it? Some are in the ground. Okay, these are not ground. Okay. Okay. After I make a short break, I will test this brush again. The process, and if it works, then it's end of the stream. But that's good. Okay, so be right back. Okay, let's go for the last test here. So tomorrow we will optimize this brush, but today we can still try to see if there's any error in this path. Let's clear the console. So the first message here is we don't have a reference point. I just deleted it. It's correct. It sets it up automatically for me here. Now I can put it here. Say I want to draw here. Set up timer group. I want to draw the background. I want to have double the parallax speed. And scale. So this is also something we still need to find the best values now. But next time we can get only into the artistic field. So we start with the mixed brush. Which one do we put first? First one. We want tweeze in the first layer? Yes. Okay, pick. Second brush. Also mixed. And then we can maybe go into just brushes. And then I want to have some mixed rocks. Which layer is this? Okay. And then I want to have vegetation, bushes and rocks. And the last one is going to be brown rocks. Okay, now we see it has set it itself up. It tells us how high it will be when we go and jump up here. And we see this is way too high. You see, this is way too high, how high it puts itself up. We will need to fix this later in the code. But we can immediately see what is going to happen at least. Okay, let's go. First brush. Let's take advantage of this pick chance. And say this has trees on it. Let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, it didn't spawn in any trees though. Yeah, like this. This would be nice. I think let's just say empty fields 1. Okay. Now second. Let's put in good chances here. Next one. And the next one. And the next one. We already used this one, so we don't have to set it up. And the last one. Okay, let's hit play. I think it's not enough trees, but we also don't have trees in every instance of the game. Let's see what happens if I go through this area now. I put in really high values for this speed. So yeah, jumping does not work well. this is too much movement when jumping. It looks funny with some layers. They are also all way too low. Now you can kind of guess what this would do normally. I have the feeling like then disable the background here. Ground. I have the feeling like this layer here, the last one, is way too low. Also spawned in too many objects in this layer. I think I forgot to toggle on the randomness. Okay, so let's make a change here. Quick change here. Now the Y with shifting speed modification. Let's put this to 0.5 and apply this to the template. This should immediately change all the positions here. Let's set up the parallax transforms again. It's not going to change anything. That's sad. Okay, we can't update these points here. Let's play and see what happens. I think my controller is... Need to pick the controller because it's not picking my key correctly. We see that we have this parallax effect with jumping up. Most objects are a little bit too low though. So let's correct that. Yeah, they are also a little bit too low in default. By default, so we can just pick them and drag them up. So in here, this would be a nice position, except for the grassy. So might want to change something about that later. Because the grass is now way too high. Also, I don't like that we see multiple grids here. I don't know why it's showing us a second grid. It's really annoying. Come on, what kind of grid are you showing me? I don't want to see two grids. Okay, now we only see one grid. We can kind of see that for vegetation, I think having vegetation is the same layer as bushes and everything. It's just not that good right now. The position have to be adjusted. Okay, we also did put in some objects too high. So that's not great. Definitely not great here. Still have to kind of learn how to do these things in a really nice manner. And down a little bit. I think this still have to take care of the vegetation though. So the vegetation sometimes is not on the ground. I'm not sure yet why. I think it's because we dragged it for some reason. My keyboard is not sending in keystrokes correctly. I press and he stops. I'm still pressing. It's annoying. It only happens with the keyboard. And we have this parallax effect in the background. What is a little bit annoying here is that because I did draw in thousands of rocks, this layer is blocking the view to the layer behind it. It's a little bit annoying. So let's just delete all the rocks here, because they are annoying me. Just too many rocks. And go draw on the tile map. And I didn't pick this toggle here. It's supposed to be like this. And play. So as soon as we jump, these objects are not on the ground. So we could just give them some kind of ground they are standing on. I think that would be the nicest and easiest way to have to just give them some drawing that they are standing on, because the next thing that you would do now is to make sure that they are not floating in the air. How do we do that? Previously, could just spawn more objects underneath them, and then it would kind of hide that this is happening. But this is not a good idea in each case, in every case. So what is the easiest fix for now? The easiest fix for now is to go into the asset and just tone it down. And the second fix is to just use bigger sizes. Now it's toned down. You see, as I jump up, I can still see them floating in the air though. It's not great, we have to fix that. Okay. Let's go on and do the same for the foreground. Foreground. We'll also pick the layers automatically and order -50. Start color, end color. So we want to start with vegetation first. Next one of the vegetation will be brown rocks. Next one will be bushes. The next one will be what would the next one be? 30. Last one was bushes. Let's go with gray and brown rocks. Then we want to have some trees. And then we want to have vegetation. No, vegetation, bushes and rocks. Okay. So, gray and brown rocks have already been set up. Now we start on this vegetation short 0.5. Leave a gap between each one and just go. And it automatically sets itself up to be nice. Next one. Just go. Okay, we need to set this up though. 0.5. Please leave 2 gaps, 2 cells gap. That didn't like that spread. Okay, that's a little better. Next map. The brush. Okay. Come on, spawn in something. Okay. Next layer. Here. Next layer. This is trees, I think. We need to. We don't want these trees. I don't want the foreground trees. I want them to be way bigger though. And the last one. Okay, let's go and play. See what happens. Will this look good or not? We will find out right now. Okay, I think the shift is way too high. Also, we should have not started with the... yeah, the speed is not right. I'm just trying out to figure what's happening with the speed. So they're shifting to the right. Now they're shifting to the left. I think I did accidentally not put in a minus value. That's what's happening. And it looks like there's a minus value. So let's look into the scripts here. When we hit play, this to normalized, and let's see what the shifting speed is, positive or negative. It is positive in the foreground. And this one is 0. Oh, what happened is I did put this into the background, but it's shifting with one of the... Okay, of course, this doesn't make sense. And I can't put it into another tile map, and then it shifts with the tile map. Okay, of course, that doesn't look good at all. Okay, now it should not look alright. Okay, let's play on normally again. So what happened here was actually completely normal. I just forgot that it automatically puts itself somewhere. And now we have the correct parallax effect. Just have to draw so that nothing floats in the air. It's the only thing that we have to take care of. Aside from that, it's looking all right. So the shifting when we are jumping up and down, I think that's enough. This way we still see things in the background. We set this up with relative ease, so I think that's fine. Okay. So what can we still improve? Not really much. As I said, we have to take care of these areas here where something is underneath the rock. The rock is just floating in the air. It's just not looking good. Even though the rock already has some kind of fading effect, but it's just not looking nice. It's we have to, while we're drawing, we will maybe have to draw another layer in front, underneath the rocks here, so they won't ever be floating in the air. Yeah, so if we jump here, this rock here is then in the air. Aside from that, match vegetation and bushes. But I think it's fine. the user goes through such an area, if we take a little bit more care of it, draw it with a little bit more care, I cannot imagine that people will say, "Oh no, horrible." And that's quite okay. So have to fix that if the character moves backwards, he's actually not making footstep sounds. I think I've spent days making footstep sounds, and I'm still not convinced that this is the best one. I think the move up needs to be higher, because it doesn't fit with the background now. Needs to move up more. Then I want to have the point reference point a little bit higher. Let's go. Still have to get the feeling for the reference point where it's good and where not. Okay. I think I did change this value here, but did not apply it. It's a problem. Okay, now we see that their positions changed. And the parallax shift, if I jump down, up and down, is way stronger. What else can we change here? Let's put this up to... Let's put this to 1. I think not 1 is just the natural feeling.
Okay, what happens if we push the reference point way up now? We have to learn how to handle the reference point. So now the foreground will come up, background will go down. Isn't that bad though? No, it's like you're on a hill. Okay. It's not intended though. Let's see what happens if we push the reference down very hard. And what should happen now is the foreground is going to be very low. We are barely going to see it. The background is going to be high. Oh, it isn't. It isn't that low though. Oh, we didn't change anything. Need to set them up again. Now the foreground should be very low. The background should be very high. Yeah, it's lower. Definitely lower. Background also is too high now. And we can kind of see the background is not in the correct position. And then, okay, now let's go and put the reference point into the intended position, which would be where the character would be. I think it would be like this position. I think generally a little bit higher is nice. I think this position is maybe the best. It's roughly 2.5 grids above the surface. And this is where it generally feels nice. Yeah. Now with the random spread, we actually have a little bit more spread than usual. It feels a little bit nicer than just picking and drawing. The randomness of the objects is really, really nice. Yeah, it's getting better and better. And also the objects get darker with each layer. Makes it give this, especially if you stand here, because the objects get darker. We give this a very, very narrow feeling, like there's something lurking in the shadows, waiting for you. I really like that aspect of this. Only have to take care of things floating in the air. That's the only thing that we need to take care of. And to set the reference point, set these to the top position. The problem here is, if we set them up, they don't change their reference points. Show top parallax. What? Let's see what happened. Let's disable the ground. It shifted the timelapse in the back down. And the ones in the foreground up. So not correct. Put them back to center, please. So let's look into one of these assets. Its last point reference is the current. That's correct. Where's the top reference point? There. So this was supposed to shift itself up there. It didn't. Maybe it's a simple plus minus error. I think it's a plus minus error. Let's go center, left, center, right, center. Okay, let's see what happens there. So show time lapse. Show all. No, that's not. Shift time map. Shift top position. Target top. It's quite weird. Why is this working for the left and right? White, white. Left, left. Could it be show left? This is not. Is this true though? I think it is. I think this is correct. Left. No, left. This is right. And right is left. Only center works. Okay. So let's go. Give this a plus. No, then it will also not work. I do to switch those three. Let's see. We're in the center. The target point position is smaller. It would be here. When we do this minus, this will be positive. Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. We have to switch those two. So. How do we do this efficiently? No idea. So we're in. This is the center. The center from this position, this is -1. This is 0. -1 minus 0 is -1. Okay, let's do it with other numbers. -2 minus 1. -2 minus -1 is -3. It's also not going to be. It needs to be minus, because if you put in the center point and the center point, they need to cancel each other out. Also, if it's -2 and -1, -2 minus -1 is -2 plus 1, and then it's going to be 1. Yeah, okay. Okay. Little mistake there. Small mistake. Okay, now they should actually work better. I think this is just a big system. That's why there's a lot of optimization going on. Okay, show center. They're in the center. Show the top. Okay, they are all a little bit up there. Show the ground. Is this true though? When I jump up, the if I jump up, is the ground this high? I think we don't know. So this is the center. What happens if I jump up? Will the foreground will go down then? Yeah. The foreground goes down, the background goes up. Just as us it's needs to do. But this with the background here is a little bit disgusting. Yeah, but this is just, we have to draw it differently, then it's okay. So let's make the next to-do list. And it will be quick and easier to do than today. So the good thing is nothing is keeping us from drawing our souls out and trying to be artistic now. We've solved all the major bugs. We've implemented a new feature. Now we are at the point where we're just optimizing. So, set up mix brushes. Done. Now, a free task. Match vegetation. Oh, match object position to match vegetation offset. Then correct top position and make them changeable. And then if tile map is selected, give only show this option. Okay, so the last one as an explanation. Sometimes if I wanted to maybe draw on, let's see here, do you see something in the background there? I want to draw on this. I can't see it. Now I do have the option to pick maybe a layer very far in the back and say I'd show only this one, show only the selected one. See, it's kind of weird. But I also want to disable the ground. So I want to go even further. And I need to save what I did hide and not disable everything. I would need to save the whole hierarchy and only show this game object. And I want to have an object for that. Yeah, what would be nice, just when you're drawing, you often can't see the backgrounds. So this would make it a little bit easier to draw on them. Okay. And except from that, close. Thank you for watching so far. It has been a beautiful day. Fixed all the errors, put in new ones, fixed them, put in new feature, which are going to help making this very fast. The mixed brushes work now, they've been set up. We're finding all the little quirks that we might want to change, and that is great because now we can concentrate on all those little quirks. Like, we want to see only one time map and draw on it, and this is going to enable us to work very fast in the end, without having any hiccups. When we want to see, hey, what's up there? Where is it now? I can't see it. I can't see underneath the ground when I'm jumping up. Yeah, and by having all these options, it makes it a little bit easier, especially for the things in the background, because often the things in the background are hidden, and then only when they play the game you can see that there's a problem. We don't want that. Aside from that, really nice stream today. Hope that we will keep going, that the speed of how we can solve these problems is going to increase, or at least stay like this, because the problems are getting smaller and smaller. And I think tomorrow will be the last day that we work on the time map. Also talk this today though. So the big question, will tomorrow be the day where we fix all the things and get going? I see a big risk there. Don't know. So tomorrow will be very exciting, because it could be that we reach the point where the tools that we have are very good and usable. It could be that we are still stuck with solving new bugs that are going to come up when we are trying to implement new functions. It's not likely, but it's possible. Okay, so thank you for joining in, and see you tomorrow.